Hi everyone, it's Christy, and I was wanting to make a single signature journal. It's going to be just regular size paper. I have just simply 10 sheets of copy paper and one printed designed paper. It's got a little bit of logo or barcode on the back. That's okay because once I fold it, that'll be on the inside back cover and I can just glue a pocket in there. But I wanted to just show you a simple way to assemble a basic journal. And I begin by folding all the pages in half. And I like to do them, some people will fold them several pages at a time, but I like to just quickly do them individually. I think I get a little bit crisper fold on them and a little bit more accurate by doing them one at a time. Some people use a bone folder to make sure you get a nice crisp fold. I just use this kind of like a brayer. It's something that I always have on my desk and I can just grab it real quick. It's kind of fat to hold in my hand, so I'm not gripping something real tightly. That's what I've always used. So, and it's a glass bottle, so it's durable. And so we're gonna just finish these up here real quick. What I'm doing, part of what I'm doing this for is I decided for my planning and stuff, I was gonna, this year, instead of having one big planner, I was gonna do monthly planners. And so that's part of what I'm doing, is making kind of something I can use for my to-do lists and different things like that. But also I saw that it is Junk Journal January. And so there's a lot of YouTubers, the crafty types, doing junk journals in January, and there is a list of prompts for doing them. So I thought, why not participate? I'm gonna just assemble my own junk journal and we'll just play along. Okay? So that's part of what I'm doing here also. Now this one, I want to make sure to get that part in the back side. So we'll lay this back out. I'm going to put all my 10 sheets back in here. Most of the junk journals, I've made I don't know, 20 junk journals or something like that. And most of the ones I've made, I vary the pages, use tea-stained pages, coffee-stained pages, different things like that. But for what I'm doing, what I'm going to use this for, it's kind of disposable, and so I just thought I'd just slap some copy paper in here and be done with it. Because after January, or a few weeks from now, I might just toss it anyway. So now, as you can see, when you have 10 sheets of paper, each one gets inset a little bit more, and you get that bird beaking on there. If I was doing a doing a nice job of it, I would trim that off. But for what I'm going to use it for, I'm okay with that. So then, let me make sure I'm still in frame and everything. Yeah, this is the Crocodile 2. It says there, I don't know if you can read that. It says Crocodile 2. It has a long reach so that you can punch hole. It's a hole punch, and so right there, it's going to punch a hole. And so I'm not going to be messing with it too much, but I will just kind of pull that little knob in there and plant it kind of right in the middle. And then do it again on the other side. It's going about 1.5 inches in, and then I'll go in a little bit further here, a little more than that. Right, that'll be good. Wait a minute, which is my front and which is my back? Make sure I know. Okay, we'll do it on this side. And one more. There. Sorry, I know that was probably noisy on the thing. So I have 3 holes punched. And I usually, the top ones, I put a little bit closer together on the top just so I can tell the top from the bottom. That's why I had to double check which was the back cover right before I made that last hole. So now we've got the 3-hole punch, and I picked out just some embroidery floss. I have a bucket full of embroidery floss. I thought the yellow kind of popped nice on there, and I don't use yellow very often compared to other colors, so I thought I'd go with something bright and cheerful for the winter months. So if you've never made a pamphlet stitch, you're going to need a piece of string. It doesn't have to be embroidery floss, it can be any string. So you're going to need 3 times the length of the height of the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And so, whoops, dropped that. Pick that up off the floor. Alright, so now get out one of my big-eyed needles. There's another one in there that's bigger. There we go. I've got a Band-Aid on. I apologize. I was cutting bread the other day and I cut my finger with a serrated knife, so it's not horrible, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get better. Not the kind that needs stitches or anything like that, so it happens. If that's the worst thing that happened over the holidays, then so be it. Alright, so got my string ready. Now, what we're going to do is go down in the middle hole and come out the other side. And go back in the top hole. And you're going to leave, don't pull it all the way through, you leave a tail in there. Go all the way to the bottom and go through. And then you're going to come right back into the middle hole again. Get that through. Just when you come back through, make sure you don't pierce that thread that's in the middle already. And then pull my tail through. There we go. You're done with the needle. But I've got one long edge and one shorter side, so I'm going to kind of even them back out a little bit. It doesn't matter too much. Depends on if you're going to leave the tails or if you're going to trim them off. If you're going to trim them off, it's not going to really matter, but that's close enough for me. So then I just look at the other side real quick one last time and make sure everything looks good. So you have one of these on each side of the middle one, and then you're going to tie it around that middle one that'll secure it into place. So, and you're going to pull it snug, but not so tight that it's going to tear the pages or bend the pages. All right, I'll give it one more for good measure there. All right, and like I said, you can trim these short, you can keep them long, you can dangle them out and tie a charm on them. I'm going to leave them long for now in case I decide to tie them or do something with them. Put my needle away so I don't drop it on the floor. So now that's the basic construction. Let me get my little hole punches off of there. And this was the logo for the Junk Journal January 2025. And this is the little prompts, the daily prompts someone came up with for the project. It says it's by Meg Journals, and the hashtag Junk Journal January if you're interested in finding other videos on the topic. But I thought the colors in this actually kind of matched this wintry paper with the snowmen and different things. So I'm going to glue that on there and call it just a simple little cover. Let me grab my glue stick and yeah, I didn't get a. Okay. I'm just grabbing some scrap paper that I can use here. Alright. I don't know what happened with that other piece I had. I was using a piece of paper that I already had a little bit of glue on. I must have thrown it away. I was looking on to see if I had pushed it up to the edge of my desk or something. So just putting down a nice even coated glue stick on there. Make sure I'm back in frame. And then, I want it centered, diagonal. I don't know. I kind of like diagonal sometimes, just to be different. And then I use my bottle. I use it like a brayer on anything I glue down. This is my multi-purpose tool. I use this a lot for a lot of different things. And then on the inside cover, just going to open that up. This cover, by the way, is paper, but it's a thicker paper. It's not quite cardstock, but it's a heavier paper, in case you were wondering. I think I'm just going to glue on the inside cover what the prompts are. So a little bit more glue stick all the way around. Oops. All right. Make sure that's, see if I can get that kind of even, kind of straight. That looks better. Yeah, got a little bit of a wrinkle there, but that's okay. This thing, actually rolling it over it is actually pretty good. If you get a little tiny wrinkle in it, it'll usually kind of push the air bubble out of it. And in case you're wondering, I'm using Scotch Create glue stick, which apparently they don't make anymore. But I have a nice little supply, so it'll last me for a while. So that is the basic construction, and I'm going to work on filling it up by doing some of these prompts throughout the month. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you liked this content, hit the thumbs up button for me, would you? All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.